One long border, two very different narratives. On Thursday, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump went to distant corners of the large state of Texas, with Biden in the city of Brownsville in the Rio Grande Valley and Trump further west in Eagle Pass. On one thing, these rivals agree. The recent surge in migrant crossings presents a challenge. In Brownsville, Biden touted an immigration bill that House Republicans are resisting.
Folks, on my first day as president, I introduced a bill I sent to Congress, a comprehensive plan to fix the broken immigration system and to secure the border. But no action was taken. Then months ago, my team began a serious negotiation in a bipartisan group of senators, Democrat-leading conservative Republicans and progressive Democrats. And it resulted in a compromise bill that's the toughest set of border security reforms we've ever seen in this country.
Whereas Trump described the situation as a war and said Biden's policies allowed in thousands of migrants whom he accused of committing crimes.
But this is a Joe Biden invasion. This is a Biden invasion over the past 3 years.
Texas's Republican governor chose to meet not with the sitting president, but with Trump. He vowed to continue with the state's border control measures, which have provoked legal battles with Washington. Political analysts in the Lone Star State say recent polls show immigration is an emerging issue for Democratic Texas voters in the November presidential election.
The border is now creeping up in Democratic voters' minds as an issue that, is increasingly something that needs to be addressed. At the same time, there's not really a clear central position in the Democratic Party on what to do about the border.
In a rare move, Biden reached out to Trump to end his visit on a conciliatory note.
So here's what I would say to Mr. Trump. Instead of playing politics with this issue, instead of telling members of Congress to block this legislation, join me, or I'll join you, in telling the Congress to pass this bipartisan border security bill. We can do it together.
The notion of compromise clashes with Trump's harsh rhetoric.
They look like warriors to me. Something's going on that's bad. Now the United States is being overrun by the Biden migrant crime. It's a new form of vicious violation to our country. It's migrant crime.
But Blank said Trump's notion of migrant crime has no basis in fact, with reputable academic studies showing that even undocumented immigrants commit crimes at lower rates than U.S. citizens.
Donald Trump plays with rhetoric that can be described variously as nativist or in some cases racist. And so tying migration to crime is something that really marries two big issues in the Republican Party, this issue of law and order and this issue of uncontrolled borders, and puts it in a context that is difficult for Democrats to defend, but very, very attractive to most Republican voters.
For the people of Texas, a majority-minority state whose exceptionalist identity is rooted in rugged individualism, this hits close to home. Which narrative will they choose? Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.